Hey everyone, Sandy here from Lolly and Sand, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Oh, can I just say, happy seasonal sale day. Have you been scooping up some deals? Because there are lots to be had. 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, and 20% off dies. Wow. And I have to say that, for example, cardstock and ink pads rarely go on sale. So get them, get them, get them. All right, I'm just setting up my computer. So there we go. Looks like it's working. Unfortunately, Facebook didn't work for me and tell everybody that I was going live. So I do apologize for that, or maybe I'll apologize on Facebook's behalf. How's that? Anyway, I am super excited about the Merriest Moments Bundle. And here it is. You've got your stamps, which I love. I love the different kinds of greenery too. You have all those options. And then you have the holly berries. You have the little centers for the poinsettias. And then, of course, you have the poinsettias. And then these really beautiful sentiments. And it's photopolymer, which means it's clear and you can see what you're doing. Oh, goody. Some people have joined me. Thank you. Thank you. Excited. Like I said, hey, Darlene. I noticed that, like I was just saying, that my my graphic didn't come up to say that I'm going live. Oops. It should have, but it didn't. Anyway, so we're talking about the Merriest Moments Bundle. And with this bundle, you actually get the this hybrid folder as well. And I'll show you how it looks when it's embossed. Oh, there we are. Hey, Valerie. Oh, you just got this set. You are so going to love it. And Bea, hello. Hello, hello. Alrighty. Here's the dies. So you've got the dies, of course, for the flowers. You have some extra dies here. You have dies for the greenery, dies for the little center I was talking about. I'm not sure if that's in frame. I hope it is. What else? Oh, for the holly berries. Like, you've got everything. And this doesn't come with it. This little 16, this is for me to say, I know there's 16 dies in this. And so if I count them and I'm missing one, then I have to go to my little magnetic bowl. I posted about that earlier. And find it. So anyway, let's get that one aside. So tonight we're gonna make the card in traditional colors. And I say that because here's a couple of the previous cards I made using this set in non-traditional colors. Now they're beautiful. And there's that die I was talking about, or that embossing folder I was talking about. It's absolutely gorgeous. So again, you're going to love it. You are going to love it. And then that one too. So there's some of the greenery there. Alrighty. Okay, so let's set that aside. And I know I don't normally do this, but here's the card we're making, except we're going to make it with a different color card base. And then you get to decide at the end which you like better. So let's get started. I do want to mention that I'm going to be using this embossing folder instead of the hybrid. This is, what's this one called? Star-crossed. I think I just remembered that. Star-crossed, which is cool because you've got stars up here and then this crisscross here. It makes a really interesting background. So I would have to say that would be one you'd want in your collection. Alrighty. So what have we got here? Oh, hello, Peggy and Marjorie. Welcome, welcome. So first thing we're going to need is scrap paper, rather than getting my desk glued up. And I just have a plain piece of regular basic white. And because these are photopolymer, you need to put something underneath, whether it's a magazine or I've used cardstock with paper over top of it just to protect it. Just as long as it has a bit of cushion, because unlike the red rubber, this doesn't have any cushion. All right, let's get inking. Okay, so we have 3 colors we're using. And you know what? Not only is the basic white on sale, and the rest of the cardstock. Here's some of the, well, all the ink pads are on sale, but here's the colors we're using. So Mango Melody, Evening Evergreen, my favorite green at the moment, and Real Red. So I forgot to ink this, so hopefully it will ink really well for us. We're going to do the flowers first. And look, it's an old pad too. Lots of color for you, Darlene. Lots of color. I'm just going to put this over to the side. Oh, I should tell you where we went. I took my grandson, well, my daughter and my grandson. We went to a reptile place today. All was good until I saw the big blue worms that are about that wide. Ugh. And a tarantula. And then I pretty well had it. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, had I inked this up, and you'll see this because you know I've already got these die cut. Had I re-inked it, it would have come out darker. That's a little bit darker. All right. So do get your re-inkers. That's a tip. Get them. Okay, now for Evening Evergreen. And I have already got all these stamps. All these stamps, and these are all from, I hope you can see, wait, yep, I think you can see those. They're all from the same set. And a beautiful Evening Evergreen. Now, I don't normally put my ink on top, but I will for a video. All right, I want to show you something about Evening Evergreen. So here's our first, that was crappy. Sorry. I think we're too close to the edge too. I normally would stick to the middle. Okay, there's our first stamping. There's our second. Doesn't that look like soft succulent? Like a lot? And look at all the ink I got on my block. So I have my icky rag here to keep it clean. So what I'm saying is you can actually add depth to your cards by simply stamping once, stamping twice. So you can die cut these and use them on your card. I will show you. All right, let's do this one. Same thing with this. And you could do that again, but look at the detail in that. Like, I hope you can see the detail in that. All those little teeny little branches, all on this little stamp. That's amazing. I really think that Stampin' Up got this one absolutely right. All right, now these two I don't think I would stamp up. I haven't tried it. So I may have gone a little heavy on the ink, but we'll see. Let's just try it again and see what happens. I am pushing fairly hard, just so you know, to try it. Oh, we can do it. Of course we can. And I need my rag again. So that I didn't try with this. I think you can do it with all the stamps, actually, now that I think about it. I also didn't try it with the leaf. So this is the holly leaf. So we pretty well have, like, everything. Oh, pretty. I got two colors going. And then put that away. Close them up. And let's bring out Mango Melody, my favorite other color. Oh, agreed, Darlene. The detail in these stamps is phenomenal. Even if you look at like this, all those teeny little lines. And that's really a testament how good Stampin' Up stamps are, like how well made they are. Now, you know I always tell you not to rock and roll, but this is so tiny. Let's go back over here. That I found it's the only way I can get everything inked. It's a little dark on one spot. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me. I have to move that rag again. All right, so we're done with that part. And then we bring in everything. Oh my goodness, look at all of these. Surprise! We're not making this many cards. My other tip for tonight, especially at Christmas time, you're going to be making more than one card. And maybe you're sending the same card and just changing a little bit. And I'll show you an example of that, of this card. Stamp them all, cut them all, put them all aside. So I have all these little guys. Now these little guys are from Forever Flourishing. And they're just really cute. I wanted to add, I know it sounds odd on a white card, I wanted to add some more white. Now these are not from either of those sets, as it turns out. This one is from Trimmings and Tidings. It's the set with the star and the stockings and such, but I love these, so I thought they have to go in the card. There's our little center. Gasp. Okay, when you're die cut, is that in the screen? I hope so. I hope they all are. When you're die cutting this, if you don't have a magnetic plate, actually, even if you do, I have a magnetic plate. I kept my old one. You're going to want to put washi tape or painter's tape over the die to hold it in place, because you can see even with that, it moved. Anyway, there's our flowers. Yep, just a few. And you can see this is darker than what I had stamped there. So my ink pad definitely needs re-inking. I'm just going to push those up there. All right. So let's start with the base. As you may have guessed, the base is white. So we have a black card and a white card. And I think they're both stunning, personally. Pardon me. So it's your personal taste. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was, if you're watching live here on Facebook, so if someone's watching the replay, it doesn't apply. If you happen to see this go pixelated, let me know, because we're still working on the solution to my internet. We thought it was fixed, but it isn't. Okay, so this is just your regular, not the thick, basic white, and it's 4.5. No, it isn't. It's 4 1/4. Yeah, don't listen to me, I'm wrong. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. And it looks like I've already used my bone folder to keep that nice and flat. Alrighty. And then, of course, I did a bunch of these too. And so that's that cool folder. I know you can see it better in color than in plain. Just looking at the folder, that is. So this measurement is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And again, that's the star-crossed folder. So there we go. I can actually put this on right now, but what I'm going to do, because this is going to take a couple minutes, is I'm going to, actually, I need this. I'm going to build the card. Let me just put this one back in frame. Actually, this side, I like to work from the other side. Oh, where's my sentiments? You know I've done all my, oh, I do not know why I put them way up there. I wanted to show you something. Okay, so I've already heat embossed the sentiment, and I used, it's the metallics embossing powder, so you get the 3 in the set. You don't buy them individually anymore. So this is silver, and I've already used 2 of them. So when I know I'm fussy cutting, and I'm going to fussy cut this, I just stamp, 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 and heat emboss everything all at once. I find it to be a big time saver than going back. Now this one, I kind of wrecked. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to move. I don't want to get too close to the camera, because I think that's when it goes weird. But I should be able to fussy cut around all that messy stuff that it's almost like I got a halo on when I stamped. Anyway, so there they are. So anyway, let's get to it. So this, I know I'm going to pop that up. So it's funny how I have everything ready. Oh, you know what? It's because I put things way back here. It's like, no, I can reach everything. Excuse my arm, sorry. Everything went way back. Oh, I have lots of tips tonight, Darlene. I am so full of so much interesting stuff. It's funny what I can't remember. I was just saying that to my daughter today. You know, the things I can't remember, and then the things I can. It's so weird. Okay, so let's pop that up so I don't lose it. So, and you know, remember me, I'm the person who, this is so loose now, because I've overused it. I just take it apart. So I'm going to put, oh no, I'm not. I'm going to put, this won't take, this will show as far as I'm concerned. So I'm taking like 3/4 of a mini dimensional. And if you don't have the minis, cut these guys up. You can do that too. They work. That's how I used to do it before we had minis. Just cut them. Now on my black card, I don't know why I wasn't thinking that I should have used the black dimensionals, but I didn't for all of this here, just in case you could see them, because we don't want everyone to see all our secrets. Oh, it's pixelated. Yippee. I wonder, did I move my hands too fast? Did I get too close to the camera? Like something went weird. All right. All right, so it looks like I have 2 of these. Don't need that. I'll try to move my hands slower. 2 of these. And they don't have to be exactly balanced like I've done here, because to me that's kind of like eh. I didn't use any of these on this card. So I will show you the card where I did use them. And then these guys are going to come in after. So I think those are our, oops, and these guys. These are our main pieces. And I already know right now I don't need these long stems. Okay. Did anyone else find it pixelated too? Because if it's just one person, it might not be my internet. Fingers crossed. But if it's everybody, then yeah, it's my internet again. And I do apologize if you can see the or hear the washing machine that is directly above me. Oops. All right. So I'm going to get smart and not put my dimensionals on the back like I have been. And I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal. Hopefully I can grab some of these pieces. It's not the easiest. Blue dots might be better, but it'll hold some of them in place anyway. I do like to decide which way the flower is going to go. So anyway, let's get to it. So we'll throw that there. So all I'm doing is just basically building, and I don't want everything at the same height. That would be like just making a circle around it. So, and that one didn't get any. That one didn't get any. Oh, that's why. Come on. It's a little fiddly, admittedly. Oh, yours did as well. Oh, sorry to hear that, ladies. Oh my goodness. Sometimes my internet, it is like beyond me. Although, I have to say, my IT guy said that I have to stop using Facebook to do my videos, and I have to do them through YouTube. So you may find me directing everyone over to YouTube on Tuesday nights, if I get brave enough to do them there. I've never done a live off of YouTube in the past. Never, never, ever. Okay, time to bring these guys out. But apparently that won't happen there. And he explained it, and I didn't understand one word of what he said. Have to tell you the truth, not one word of what he said. I don't need to know the technical stuff. I just need to know, is it going to work or is it not going to work? That's my goal. I just want it to work. And I want it to work all the time and be perfect. That's not too much to ask, is it? I don't think so. Anyway. I was looking at pictures on Facebook today, and I noticed some of my friends back in the Kitchener-Waterloo, Cambridge, New Hamburg way got snow. Oh my gosh, in November, I was wearing a hoodie today here in southern Ontario. Now that's going to change real quick, and then we'll be like, haha, of course we're getting snow, it's November. Pardon me, there's that froggy again. All right. So instead of having this piece go straight down, which is kind of what I did on this card, I'm just going to have it off to the side a bit. Just switch them around a bit just so every card's not the same. I have a really hard time making a whole bunch of cards that look exactly the same. So they'll always be a little bit different. Whatever I happen to throw into it, so be it. Alrighty, so now we have time to do these little guys. Oh, you know what? I was just doing a whole bunch of things before the video, like a whole bunch. And I happened to look at my reports, and our team has grown by several people just since the joining offer started. Like, wow. What it, and in case you haven't heard of it, in case, I haven't said it like a bazillion times, I'll just go over it again. While I'm just doing this boring part of putting glue dots on. Not the most exciting for you, by the way. Anyway, there we go. Okay, so the way it works is you choose $165 worth of merchandise of your choice. Long time ago, you didn't get a choice when you did your starter kit. It was kind of, you had to get this, and this. You just got to choose a couple colors, and that was it. There is no shipping on that. So on a $165 order, shipping would be $16.50. So you've saved $16.50 right off the bat. And there's no tax in most provinces, which I think is fabulous. If you are thinking of joining and you wonder if you're not in Ontario, there's no tax. But if you are wondering, is there tax in my province, then just send me a message and I will check for you. I don't think you want to have me try and remember the list right now because I can't anyway. Yep. That is, you know what? I was just reading your comment, Valerie. Yep, that is such star-crossed folder. I had to look. Okay, I did write it down because I knew I'd forget it. Where else should we go? 1, 2, 3. Well, there was one over here. Maybe I'm just going to hide it back here so it's not quite as obvious as that one. So there we go. You know what I used. Anybody? Let's move these guys out of the way. You know I use the trim because you also know how much I love it. So this is what it really looks like. Well, it looks like this, but this is what it looks like when you get it. So you get the silver and the gold. And I have 3 packages of those. That's how much I know I'm going to use it. That's a lot. But I really, I wouldn't tell you if I wouldn't say I loved it if I didn't. But I do. Okay, so I have 3 little spriggy type things here. So we'll go 1. I don't know why 2 didn't suit me. I had 2 originally, and then I changed it because I didn't think it looked like enough. I have a couple loops here. This doesn't have to be identical, and it won't. All right, which side's up? Which side did I say was up? This side. This side's up. Okay, that means I'm going to put my, I don't know if I can do that. Well, we'll try. Why not? Let's see if we can get our Stampin' Seal over this lumpy mass here. Maybe, just maybe. And I like the way, I think I've said this before, but you know how it's on a roll? And that way they're not coming off perfectly straight. And I don't want them to be straight. I want them to be wonky and go this way and that way. I think that's really pretty. Or, like I like to say, wonky. I think wonky is the word of the day. There we go. So we have that. It just adds a little bit more height and definitely some sparkle, because we do like our sparkle. All right. And then, now the looping. And every time I make loops, I don't know about you, but every time I make loops, they turn out in a different way. So, and that's okay with me. Like I said, they don't need to be the same every time. So what you get to see, you never know. I've been known to adjust, which I think is why, I can't think of any other way I would attach these than using either the Stampin' Seal or the or glue dots. See if I can hold this down with my baby finger. I don't think so. There we go. Uh-oh. I won't be pulling that off. We'll see if that will hold. All right. You think I'd put that on first before I started? Yeah, I think I would too. Okay, where's my other end? Oh, it's wee tiny, so we can make that a little smaller. Now I have to, full disclosure here, there's tape holding all this down because I made some of these decisions after the fact. So I actually have Scotch tape going like from here to here. I know. It's like, what were you thinking? But for tonight's video, you can also, you can kind of take it and kind of just stretch it over it and stick your fingernail in it. Whatever you have to do to make it just stay there. Like so. We are so getting there. All right, time for dimensionals. And I'm going to use the full-size ones. Yep, I was just reading your comment, darling. Yep, people do tape them. I generally don't. I actually had to reach in under and kind of cut some of the tape because I haven't used it and it was sticking out. No one needs to see our secrets, right? These are our secrets, our little tricks. Alrighty, and we can, okay, remember those are down, those are up. I kind of like that to point a different direction. I might change that after the video. You never know. About there will work. And then my favorite. Okay, I don't really like fussy cutting that much. But here we go. So these are the paper snips. Eek! I know. Take your time. There's no great big rush. Doesn't have to be perfect. Not using a die. This is my positive self-talk talking here. La 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 la. What else do I have to tell you? Oh, I don't think I have anything else written down. Well, I do, but that's after. So we're getting close. So, of course, you know, I want you to comment and tell me as soon as well, I'll show you the inside. They'll both have the same inside. And the inside piece is on this one, I don't need an inside piece. On this side, this one, it would be the same as this. So this is going to be the 4 1/8 and 5 by 5 3/8 on the inside of this card. Currently, it doesn't have an inside. All right, so I noticed a few little sharp spots. Not the end of the world, but I can just kind of take that off. Okay, back to the mini dimensionals. And we'll just, let's see where we're going. It's important, in my opinion. Oh, I did put that a weird way. Okay, whatever. It's important to have this touching. This is floating. This is floating. This is floating, but touching, not good enough. It's important that things touch, even a tiny bit. It just brings everything together rather than having it like floating off to sea, so to speak. I should be able to put one more and then a little bit of glue. I have a second glue here in case this one, oh, this one did work. Shock. It's almost empty. That's why I didn't think it'd work. Alrighty. Oh, is there a lolly? Funny story. Okay, so I'm Sandy, so I'd be the sand part, and my cousin Lori is Lolly. So before I started deciding that I was going to make Stampin' Up a business, my cousin and I were going to have like a crafting blog. The only thing is then she suffers from fibromyalgia, and it started to act up and hasn't really stopped acting up. So I kept the name, Lolly and Sand. And that's my story. That's how it works. So yeah, good question. Excellent, excellent, excellent question. I don't even know if that's in my profile. I really don't remember. Oh, right. So I always say this. You don't need to do the whole thing. In some cases you do if you need like extra wiggle time, but I have this thing. I hate having messy fingers, which is really funny, again, because I do mixed media art, which gives you messy fingers, and as does inking sometimes. But I do my best to keep them clean. All right, almost done. We have to add some of the basic rhinestone jewels. And I cut off this side was empty on the sheet, so I cut it off. It's just taking up space that didn't need to be taken. So, and I'm big, you know what? I never liked these bigger rhinestones, but I'm embracing them. Like, why not? Why not? Oops, oh, that one took off. Come back. Okay, and down here, we're making a wonky triangle. Okay, we're not making a regular triangle. Deet, deet, deet. So I think I'll go, I kind of like it up here. So it's a little longer on that side. So that works for me. Oh, I'm just reading your messages. Oh, I'm going to show you the inside. So there's the two cards. Here's a variation. So my daughter asked me for a couple of cards for her, the vets that she works for. And then on the inside, this is also from the set, and also embossed in silver. I cut it using, oh, which ones are these? Ooh, Tasteful Labels. Wow, I can't believe I remember that. And I also popped it up. I know this card's not being mailed. So for this one, I did use the greenery that we talked about earlier, this stuff. And the ribbon's only over here. What else? Just slightly different. And there's 3 flowers on it. And the other one, just the other one I made for her? Yeah. The other one is more like this one. But again, still different because the ribbon or the trim is just down here. There's always options, you know? Always options. So there we go. So I want to hear from you. I see that Kathy likes the black card. You know what? I'm not going to disagree with you. This is actually the first one of the two that I made. This is the one that was originally going on my blog. And then I went, well, what if I make it in white and then give you a choice? Why wouldn't I do that? So I did. So yeah, let me know what you think. I also want to say that these two cards did make it to my blog, which is part of a blog hop for our team. And I have to say the cards this month are exceptional, absolutely exceptional. Our theme was Christmas, which makes it easy because we love Christmas, you know. Anyway, there you go. So let me know which is your favorite. Thank you again for watching my video. Your shares and your comments are greatly appreciated, as always. And I do read them. I just don't always have time to reply, so I do apologize for that. I do need to get better at that. Again, you can shop the sale for cardstock, ink, and dies until the 18th. So it's not all month, but the joining offer goes all the way to the 30th of the month. I wouldn't suggest waiting to the 30th in case there's any issues or whatever. It happens. What else? Oh, I'm going to add links in case you do decide to make a purchase. I will add links just so they're there for you. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching. I'm glad you're enjoying the card. And I will see you next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Bye-bye.